I don't think my mic is working. Are they all supposed to be muted right now? Hello? 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 Okay, okay. So I have to run to the bathroom.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Christ First Church. We're glad that you're here. The Kingdom Theater presents at Christ First Church, Christmas Comes to Detroit, Louie. I'm looking around. We got a pretty good group here tonight. I see we didn't pack them in like the children did this morning, but that's okay. We're not going to, be jealous of some kids, not at least in public. Hey, listen, you're in for a treat tonight. This is something else. We don't know what. It's something else. It's going to be really good. These guys have worked hard, whether you can tell it or not, by their performance. They have worked hard, really, really hard, and it's going to be a great evening. There's a great story here, and certainly the good news of Jesus Christ will come across in the beautiful Christmas story. So we're glad that you are here. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm going to ask you to be as quiet as you can during the acting. There's times that you're going to want to laugh heartily, because really that's the only thing we're going to get out of this is just your happiness and your laugh. So here we go. You just bust a gut, as a matter of fact. So if you feel like crying, cry. But if you feel like laughing, laugh. And let's have a wonderful time tonight. I'm glad you're here. My name's Wayne Chastain. I'm pastor here at Christ First Church. If this is your first time with us, even second or third time, I'm so glad that you came tonight, and I hope you enjoy the presentation. I can't say enough about how hard these guys have worked, and everyone, to get this evening off the ground and make it happen. So I just want to go to the Lord in prayer and thank God for everyone, and I hope you enjoy this tonight. Feel free to laugh, okay? Listen, especially if it's not going well, just laugh. We need how many minutes? Okay. I should have warned you at the very beginning, things like this could happen. So hang on just 1 second. This would be a good time to maybe all of you just laugh.
What happened?
Don't say everything you know, brother.
Well, when you have an event like this, there are certain butterflies and nerves that happen. And we wait on those things. We wait on those things. I'm a Baptist preacher. I could take up an offering. Be glad to do it. How are you guys doing tonight? We're glad that you're here. We had every intention at starting at 6 o'clock. But it's only 6:04. If you'll check your watch, it's only 6:04. Anyone else would probably be a little nervous standing here with nothing to say or do in front of everyone. Not me. I have forgotten my lines more times than I can count. So I'm used to this. Pardon? You mean to sing a song? You guys want to sing a song with me? Achy Breaky Heart? You want to try that one? Is that one you want to do? And I'm taking requests. At this point, I'll do anything. Taking requests.
That's my line.
Do we know the words?
To achy breaky
To
heart.
Away in the Manger?
Oh.
Hey, I think we're good to go.
Oh, hey, I just got news from the background that we're good to go. That saved me a lot right there. I can't even remember. Have I prayed yet?
Nope.
Okay, then.
Pray hard.
This would be a wonderful time to go to the Lord in prayer. So will you bow your head? Father, thank you so much for loving us and being here with us tonight. This is going to be a great night. Couldn't have started out any better than what has just taken place, because this will set the scene of the evening. And Lord, thank you so much for all the hard work and for everyone who has given of themselves, all the volunteer hours, and everyone, Lord, working so hard to make this evening a delight and to bring a smile to your face. So, Lord, that is our goal, and it's our heart's desire. May you be blessed tonight, and may everyone watching this come away knowing the message and the story of Christmas. We love you. We praise you for all you do, for you are wonderful and good. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Enjoy the evening. Christmas comes to Detroit, Louie.
Kara, I just don't know, Kara. I don't know what to do.
John, he's going to be admitted tonight. I'm not leaving here unless he is. If you can't be man enough to face the facts, I'll sign the papers myself.
I keep thinking, he's my father. I'm his son. I owe him more than that. Yep.
You're not casting him aside, John. He's old. He can't take care of himself. They're equipped to take care of him here. He would have friends his own age. Don't you think he would like that?
I can't just throw him out like a worn-out shoe.
Really, John? Are you going to sign these papers or not?
Well, what about the kids? I mean, they done got gifts for him and everything. What are we going to tell them when we come home without him?
We will tell him that he's visiting friends, okay? He is old. He doesn't fit in anymore. He doesn't get us. He doesn't get our kids. He doesn't get our friends.
You just don't want him around. Is that it?
John, why can't you understand?
I do understand, I do. Look, I'll go talk to him and tell him something. You go sign the papers and we'll figure something out.
You can go now, Mrs. Brown. Have a good day. Now let's see. Mrs. Aiken, what is it this time? Don't tell me there's not something that hasn't been photographed, already taken out.
Well, you would think that a person in my condition would get more respect, especially with as much money as I spend here. I would like to see the doctor, please.
Mrs. Aiken, can't you come back another day? It is Christmas. The doctor, out of all days of the week, wants to see his family today. Here, I'll tell you what. How about I give you a nice little bottle of pink and blue pills, and then on Monday, when the doctor comes back, maybe he'll even operate on you again. How's that sound?
Well, it's tempting, but I've already tried those. I really need to see the doctor. I don't think I'm going to make it that long.
Hello?
Well, hello.
You're mighty lonesome, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess I am. What makes you ask that? Do I look lonesome?
Oh, I can't see you, but I'll bet you do.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, that's all right. Besides, being blind isn't as bad as people might think. I see a lot more than you might imagine. Take you, for instance. You're a rather old gentleman. Your legs aren't too dependable. Your hands shake, and you're very lonesome.
Well, how did you know all of that? I mean, if you can't see me, how can you tell me all these things?
Well, I knew you were old because I heard another man call you Dad. And they had to help you in here. I knew about the legs and the sound of your cane. And the paper keeps rattling when you read it, so I know your hands must be shaking.
But what makes you think that I'm lonesome?
Oh, that was the easiest part of all. Your voice. Are you sick, mister? Did you come here to get well?
Oh, no. I just came up with my son. He's got some friends around here he's visiting. He said he'll be back for me soon. But you are amazingly observant for a young lady. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 16. I'm sure glad you're visiting and not like some of the others I've met on my visits. You know, one time, there was this old lady whose son brought her here just because she was old
Excuse me. Do either one of you have the time?
No, ma'am. Sorry, I don't.
Well, that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I just wish the doctor would hurry. I have the most fascinating symptom to tell him about. Do you know the doctor?
No, I don't. I'm just here waiting for my boy to come back.
Oh, I do. He says one day, when I'm older, he can help me see again. If he can just get that specialist to look at my eyes.
Oh. Dr. Wilson is my doctor. 11 surgeries he's done on me, and he hasn't messed up one time. I love that man. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
I love Christmas.
Wish my boy would get here and keep me up.
I do too.
Any holiday plans?
Not really, although I'm looking forward to spending some time with my boys. Well, not my sons, my grandsons, you understand. They're at home, and I'm just looking forward to seeing them around the Christmas tree, and it's just going to be so much fun. Oh, Dad. Yes, sir.
We just saw.
Yeah, sir. What's up? Why are you looking at me that way? That look on your face, you know what it puts me in mind of? That one time that you found that little puppy dog by the railroad tracks. I mean, you were just so excited about him that then you brought him to the house and let him inside, and he wrecked the house. He just got all over everything. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to act in the house. And your mom. Well, said that I didn't want to have to. And she told you that he couldn't stay. It just wouldn't work. And you got so upset. You just yelled at her, said you'd never talk to her, getting you right off to your room. But, you know, by the time that it was supper time, which might have had something to do with it, you were all better. You came out of your room, had dinner with us, and then when your mom took you to tuck you in for bed that night, you apologized over how sorry you were, kissed her, wrapped your little arms around her. And I remember you saying, yeah, I understand, Mama. You just can't stay with us here anymore. There's got to be some better place for you. Now, why am I going on about that? Oh, yeah, your face reminded me of that. Well, what are you trying to tell me, son? Okay, you've got let me guess. It's going to be a while.
Nope. Dad, just wait, give me a minute, I'll be right back.
Was your boy crying, mister? Why is he crying?
I don't know. But it kind of looked like he just gave away his last little thing.
What did you just say?
Oh, no. That's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Nothing important anyway. Nothing nearly as important as tomorrow is for a little girl. What, 16 you said you were?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Well, what's going to happen tomorrow?
It's Christmas. Honey, don't you know what Christmas is?
Oh, that, yeah, I guess so.
Hey, old man, the doctor in?
yeah, he's in. You can ring for the nurse. There's a bell on the desk over there.
Thanks, pal. Here, Harry, sit down right here. Take it easy with them fingers. We'll get the doctor to fix you up in no time.
Oh my. Did you hurt your finger?
No, lady. He comes in once a week for a manicure.
Well. You'd think that a person in my condition would get a little bit more respect.
Yeah, you are in pretty rough shape, ain't you? Hey, Harry, look at her. You sure we didn't walk into the morgue instead of the hospital? Hey, nurse. Come on out here, nurse.
That was not very nice of you, mister. Talking to the lady like that and yelling at the nurse that way, you'd better be careful.
What is this, some kind of nut house? I bring my pal in here in terrible pain and all I get is a bunch of back talk. Ain't none of y'all got no mercy.
Look, maybe if you just calm down just a little bit, it'll help. You know, I'm sure the nurse will be out here in a minute.
You gotta do something, man. I'm dying. I'm dying here.
You hear that? He's dying. Come on, Doc. Get out here. It's an emergency.
Hey, who's making all this noise out here? What's going on?
Thank goodness you're here, Doc. It's my friend. He's hurt his fingers, man. You don't think he's going to lose that arm, do you?
Let me see what.
It's my finger, Doc.
He's not even bleeding.
I hope it ain't broke.
I don't see any broken bones.
You mean that's what all the excitement was over? One little finger?
It ain't my little finger, little girl. It's my picking finger.
You don't look like a musician to me.
Maybe he's an artist. Artists have to be very careful with their hands, you know.
That's right. I'm an artist, Santa Luke. I'm an artist.
Well-
I just take care of my delicate hands.
Well, let me see your delicate hand just for a second. No, I think it'll be okay. Just stay here for just a few minutes. These others were ahead of you. Hi, Julie.
Hello, doctor. Have you spoken to her yet? Has she studied my test?
No, not yet. It's it's holidays. We don't be impatient. We've waited a long time. We can wait just a little longer. I'll make sure that I call you as soon as I hear from them. Okay?
Okay.
Well, hello, Miss Akins.
Doctor.
Aren't you looking terrible today?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Hey, did the prescription companies drop off any meds that you could, share? Please?
They haven't yet. But as soon as they do, I'll give you the very first injection. I promise.
Thank you. You're the
Yeah,
best.
I know. You must be Mr. Varner.
Yeah, that's right. My son must have told him I'd be waiting out here. Well, then you know that I'm not here to see you, Doc. I mean, I'm sure you're very good, but I'm just here waiting on my boy to come back. He's off visiting a friend, so don't worry about me. He'll
What?
be along soon.
What? But they said that.
Sure, I understand. Just stay here. I'm sure your son will be back before long. Nurse, I'm going to try to get out of here as soon as I can. I'll be with these real quick. I should be just a few minutes. But I really want to get home and help my kids put up the tree tonight. Okay? I must have misplaced my watch. Thought I had it, but we'll get out of here in just a few minutes. Thank you.
That's odd. All right. I'll get to filling out your reports as soon as I find my pen. I'm sure I had it here or in my pocket or something.
Didn't you take a day off?
You got practice.
What in the world?
Is this it?
Oh,
I think you dropped it.
yes, it is. Thank you. Let's see here. What's your name?
Hey, Harry Lip. My friends, this is Detroit Louie that's with me. You need his name too, don't you?
Yes. Ah, I see. Is it spelled wrong?
What? I know how to spell.
Okay. Anyway, but I'll have to have you both's correct name, not nicknames.
Harry Lip is my correct name. I said some of my friends call me Harry. I don't mind shortening it, but Harry Lip.
Okay. Well, what's your address?
I don't really know my address. Sometimes you stay at that brick building downtown.
Well, how long have you lived there? Surely you remember that.
Well, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. That's the warden. What do you call it? Landlord. The landlord said the last lease we have is a 1 year and a day.
That's a strange lease. Oh well. Occupation?
Occupation. What's with all these questions? Is this the third degree?
No, I just need to get this information to enter on your record. I just asked how you make a living. You work, don't you?
I've got rights. I mean, the Constitution says that I've got rights. I mean, I'm an artist. I got to take care of my delicate hands, remember?
Right. Thank goodness that's over. Huh. That's funny. I'm sure I was wearing a watch this morning. Oh well, there's one in the doctor's office.
Sir, does your hand hurt much?
Nah, it's just a little stiff as all.
Oh, that's good. You guys know what tomorrow is?
Sure he does. Think he's nuts or something? Tell her, Harry, tomorrow's Sunday. He ain't lifted your calendar too, has he, kid?
I know it's Sunday. It's just that it's kind of a special Sunday, that's all.
Mr. Cleveland, could you reach over there and hand me a magazine, please?
Lady, that ain't my name. It's Detroit Louie. Detroit.
Well, I knew it was somewhere. Could be anywhere.
Hey, old man, how long you been here?
I ain't been here long. These other two ladies have been waiting for a while, but don't have to worry about me. Like I said, I'm not here to see the doctor. I'm just here waiting for my son to come back.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure? I mean, this is an old folks' home, right?
Shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself thinking things like that.
Young lady, if you would like to see the doctor, you need to go right over there, press that bell. It's not going to do you any good. He's not going to come.
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You'll have to excuse my manners. The excruciating pain and all made me forget. Harry, get up. Give her your seat. Hey. One more trick like that and I won't read you the funny paper for a month.
Excuse me.
Nip? Are you okay? I mean, you don't look quite right.
I'm fine. I just think I feel like I'm.
Oh!
What is it? What's
Oh, no! I'm going to faint.
Why is everybody yelling at one another? What's going
She needed to see the doctor, and she, oh, I'm gonna faint.
Lady, you're gonna faint, just faint already?
Leave her out. I'm just looking for my phone.
Okay. She still has a pulse. I think she's coming to. Here, you guys help me get her. We can take her to the back and let her rest until the doctor examines her.
Is the lady hurt? She gonna be okay?
She should be. We'll have to wait and see. Come on.
I mean, I think she might be hurt, but I don't think she's hurt the way you might be thinking.
Suicide, if you ask me.
Suicide? Are you nuts?
Say what you will, but just you wait. Did you see the way she looked? I've seen her kind before. Sleeping pills.
Look,
Telling you.
if she wanted to end her life, then why would she come in here?
Maybe she just wanted to die. She came in here to taper off.
Go ahead, make your wisecracks, but you're gonna see.
Hey! Hey! Out!
I was just trying to help.
Yeah, right. Just sit down there and don't touch anything. Goodness.
You might, thank you. Mercy.
Well, nurse, how's she doing?
She should be all right, but we'll just have to wait and see. The doctor is going to examine her soon.
Why don't you just ask her how many she took? That will save us all a lot of trouble.
It would save all of you a lot of trouble if you just sat down and relaxed. As far as I can see, there's nothing wrong with any of you. So just stay here.
Nothing wrong, like we ain't got nothing to worry about. This chick walks in here and passes out colder than a fish, and she says, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, Louie. What do we do if the cops come in here?
What he means is, what if the cops come in here looking for her and they drag us all downtown for questions?
That would be a shame since it is the night before Christmas.
Christmas. Christmas is just another day of the year. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it that long.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, ma'am. I've seen people look just as bad as you do, and they lived a long time.
Why, I never.
I like that. Christmas. Always seems kind of magical, doesn't it? I mean, like right now, I know two little boys who are at home, and they've already, I'm sure, been pressing their nose up against the window, looking up to see if there's a red light in the sky. They're just waiting to hear some little guy in a red outfit just scampering over the roofs, getting ready to bring them all those presents. That's awesome.
You know, this may be my last Christmas too, you know. Well, the last one I'll spend in darkness. Next year, mister, I may have my nose pressed up against some window pane. If I do, I mean, if things work out all right, you know what I'll do? I won't be watching for Santa. There'll be enough kids without me doing that. I think I'll just go outside, lift up my hands toward heaven, and pray and ask God if I could just see that star. You know the one, the Bethlehem star.
But no, lady, I think you will see it. I mean, who knows? Even now, in some corner of heaven, you might have a couple of God's heralding angels just polishing up that star just for you to see it. I think you will. I think you'll see it. They're getting it ready all for you.
Make them stop that, Louie. Make them stop.
Hey, how about y'all laying off the mushy stuff? Oh, Harry here can't handle it. And he still believes in us, you know.
I'll bet a big, strong, intelligent man like you doesn't believe in that stuff, do you, Mr. Rochester?
Look here, woman. The name's Detroit. Detroit. You can't fool us with that old Christmas stuff. Man, one year the warden had the chaplain come in, read us that story about the baby and the star and all. A lot of them guys believed it. Not Detroit.
Mr. Louie, you really ought to stop talking like that.
You know, I think I just heard something, Louie. You said warden. You been in prison?
Look here, old man. I didn't say warden. You must be hearing things.
That's right. I listened real close, Louie.
Yeah.
He didn't say warden. I didn't hear warden.
Oh, what difference does it make? Everybody's entitled to a mistake, Mr. Hotlanta.
You all can relax now. She's doing just fine. And since the doctor's almost finished with her, he's almost ready to see you, Mrs. Aiken. But have any of you seen my watch? I could have sworn I just had it on.
Is this it?
Oh,
You
yeah.
must have dropped it when you were checking the thing.
Thank you.
So, what was her trouble, the young woman? Did she have an accident?
Let's just say she misread the bottle on the pills.
Sleeping pills. Told ya.
My, look at all these sad faces. And it's Christmas Eve at that. I tell you what, guys, give me about 10 more minutes with our last guest, and I'll get to every one of you. And I'll make you a promise. I'll have every single one of you out in time to enjoy the mistletoe.
Doctor, do you have mistletoe hanging around here?
Oh, you just don't know how bad I do.
Why don't you all do something to pass the time away? Let's see. I should have a Bible somewhere in the doctor's office. And since this is the night before Christmas, why don't you all read the Christmas story? Let me go check for it.
Yeah, especially that part about them reindeers.
Not that story. The real Christmas story about the birth of Christ.
Now, you talk about reading this Christmas story, and I'll bring my pal here in terrible pain. You folks may be getting all caught up about Christmas time. Unless some of y'all have some gifts you want to hand out. But it don't look like you do.
Why not just let someone read it? It might do some of us here some good.
That was strange. I was sure I had it there this morning.
I want a Bible, Harry.
Is this it, man?
Oh, yeah. You seem to be finding everything today.
Unless you want to drive a suffering man out in the snow, don't read that story.
But it ain't snowing, fool.
Why in the world are you so determined not to hear it? Maybe some of them do want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it that badly, just close your ears.
Look, for the past 11 years, I've been able over the same old story. Every Christmas Eve, the warden brings the chaplain down, has a stand, sings some Christmas carols, and then they march us right back to ourselves. Well, now that I'm out, first time out in 12 years, you want me to sit here and listen to it again? No, I ain't gonna do it.
Let him read it, Louie, especially the reindeer part. I love that reindeer part.
Don't you believe in Christmas, mister?
Yeah, sure I do. About as much as I believe that junk about you seeing some star them angels are up there polishing in heaven.
Don't you say that. Take it back. I will see. Just you wait. Next year I'll see it. I know I will.
Look, honey.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
happy now? Look what you did.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Sure, you'll see that star, just like he said. They're probably up there polishing it right now, getting it ready for you.
I'm sorry I got upset. I guess I'm just tired.
You'll see. The doctor can do anything he puts his mind to. You just be patient. Actually, yeah. Here. Why don't you just take a nap? I bring everything here. Right here. Come on. There you go.
Yeah, we'll wake you up whenever the doctor comes and you can, who knows? Who knows? When you wake up, might be a room full of presents here just for you.
Yeah, and a great big Christmas tree with candy canes on it. And gifts under it for all of us.
I mean, who knows? It's Christmas. a king was born, laid in a manger on a night like this. I mean, if that happened, anything can happen. I mean, right now you might have some angels just fluttering around here, ready to open their treasure chests and just give each and every one of us all the best presents that we could ever imagine. You just don't know. I mean, the world asked for a Savior on that first Christmas. They got him.
You know, all across this world right now, boys and girls are leaning down next to their bed and they're asking God for everything that they want on Christmas morning. Why don't you say a prayer? Go ahead, say a prayer right here. You can do it.
I could not do that. No. What would everybody think?
Who cares what we think? I mean, I got 2 little grandkids just at home right now who I'd love to be there listening to them saying their nighttime prayers. Go ahead, do a prayer for me, would you?
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
Honey, nobody's gonna laugh at you. Don't you worry about that. Nobody's gonna laugh.
Leave me out of it. I don't want your prayers and I don't need them.
Come on, I'll help you. Flip right around. Here's the table.
God, thank you for Christmas. Thank you for your only Son. Bless everyone that's gathered here tonight. Bless the good doctor and nurse, and help them to help us get better. God, please let Varner get back in time for his family for Christmas. Make Mrs. Aiken well again, and help Harry's hurt finger. And God, please let me see again. Oh, yeah. And one more thing. God, please let Christmas come to Detroit Louie.
Are you sure this is the right address? This looks like a hospital to me.
Yep, this is it, alright. I mean, this is where the call came from.
Let me see the message again. That's a pretty big order. I know it's Christmas and all, but she sure is asking a lot for a 2-minute prayer.
Well, you should have known when you volunteered to go with me that it would be. I mean, I get all the hard ones since, well, you know.
Oh, you were the one, weren't you? You lost your wings over that one, didn't you?
Hey, everyone's entitled to at least one mistake. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? The preacher kept asking for something to heat up his baptistry, and they were 20 minutes away from the nearest electricity.
You used an electric eel. Whatever possessed you to do that?
It sounded like a good idea at the time. Besides, how was I supposed to know that a little fish like that was so powerful? Why, they lit up like a Christmas tree. And if it wasn't for that good old sister kicking the pool dry, I don't know what would have happened.
Well, that's definitely one baptism you'll remember.
Yep, and so will I. I mean, you get really tired walking from cloud to cloud. I sure will let my wings back again. That's why this mission is so important to me. If I can get this one thing right without messing anything up, then I'll be able to come up for a review. And who knows, they might give me another chance.
You can feel that Christmas spirit even up here, can't you? Isn't it a wonderful gesture?
It does feel kind of nice, though, doesn't it? And I can help out that nice little girl down there, and in return, getting my nice shiny wings back. I do hope they remember my size, though.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. I mean, you do know what happened to the last angel that lost their wings. You had to give her a set of trade-ins. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. We do have a job to do. Don't go off fluttering on golden wings before you've earned them.
Okay, let's see now. Mr. Varner, home for Christmas. That shouldn't be too hard to arrange. Mrs. Aiken, doctor, nurse. Okay, wait a minute. Detroit Louie? Is that really someone's first name?
I mean, yeah, that's what it says here. Let Christmas come to Detroit Louie.
But that's strange. I don't see anything else on him here. Okay, well, this is going to be difficult. How about this? Let's go down there and see for ourselves. I can grant her wish on any of the others. But this Mr. Louie, I'm just not so sure.
Come on, honey. Let's get you seated. We're filling up your prescription. It shouldn't take too long.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, what a nice young lady. But just look at her. What a mess. What on earth do you think could have happened to her?
She's not on the list. Let's not start worrying about her.
But she looks so lonely. Maybe if I...
No, remember the wings?
Hello, miss. Why are you crying?
I don't know. I just don't know what else to do, I guess.
Well, can I get you something, miss? Maybe a glass of water or something.
You can get me one, mister. Louie, can I have a drink of water?
Shut up. Water ain't for drinking. You want a rusty windpipe or something?
Okay, this is gonna be difficult.
Does anyone have a phone I can use?
I should have my personal cell phone in my purse here. I can check.
No, never mind. He's not home yet. He wouldn't come down here anyway.
Honey, it's not as bad as all that. The world's not coming to an end.
It may as well end. It has for me.
I can stop, Louie. I can't stand a girl crying, so it reminds me of the last time when I stepped on my Mabel's toes.
Now, why don't you tell me about it? Sometimes it just helps to let someone know what's going on.
Why didn't you let me die? You know I wanted to.
No.
I wouldn't have taken all those sleeping pills otherwise.
No, miss. Now, I don't think you really wanted to die. I mean, you might have then when you took the pills, but you came in here, so some part of you still wanted to live.
I don't want to live anymore. I'd rather die than face him. And how can I ever tell him that Oh, how can I do this to him?
Well, where do we start? Have you decided on which one of her requests to grant? What about the old lady? I think I know where to start. I think that a nice, sharp shooting pain down her side would be good. And then...
I just don't know. This young lady here worries me. I think we should do something for her. What if she tries something desperate again?
But the list. Can't you see she's not on the list? She's not our responsibility. We're down here to help the little girl. Remember, just one request.
I guess you're right. Now let's see. If I just knew which one she really wanted. The doctor? That should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Her eyes? I think maybe we could. The St. Louis? Do you have any suggestions on him?
St. Louis? Did you really just say St. Louis? I hope you didn't hear that.
I hope they didn't hear me.
Saving for Christmas. If I hear that word again, I think I'll just throw open that window and have Harry here jump out of it.
Maybe we could talk about pool halls or card games. Would you like that better?
Look, woman, I don't know all there is to know about Christmas, but one thing I do know, praying ain't gonna get you nothing except calluses on your kneecaps. If you want something to happen, you gotta make it happen.
Okay, well, this is obviously going to take some doing. But this young woman, she looks so sad. I just can't leave her out.
She's not on the list.
Then we'll just have to go back and have her included. I can't have her spending Christmas like this. And the others, just look at them. How am I supposed to leave them out?
Okay, well, it's your wings. Let's go. If we leave now, we should be able to make it.
But it's nearly time now. We won't have time to go out and find them. How about this? You go. I'll keep the doctor busy. They're not going to leave without seeing him anyways. Besides, someone has to keep an eye on Mr. Louie here. He may seem to be quite the problem.
Okay, you stay, but please don't mess this one up again.
Young man, yeah, you with the tattoo and all. Don't sell prayer short. I mean, even just a simple prayer, you'd be amazed at what it can do.
Is that so, old man?
Yes, it is.
I ain't seen no miracles around here, and that one she just prayed about as simple as you can get.
You promised not to laugh, and now you're making fun of me?
Sweetie, I'm not making fun of you. It's just that when no one's ever mentioned my name in a prayer to, the man up there, I had a perfect record and you had to go and mess it up.
Mr. Louie, don't you feel anything at all? Doesn't Christmas mean at least a little something to you?
Yeah, sure it does. Pretty soon I'll put on my red suit, scamper across the rooftops. This bunch is giving me the willies, man. We've got to get out of here. Think on the way out we might relieve them of a little something.
Yeah, Louie, you tell them I can have the rest of this day off. They ain't got nothing, Louie. Look at them. They ain't got nothing.
You know, them hot dogs we had for breakfast ain't gonna last long through the holidays, and that doctor had a nice watch on when we came in here. So did that nurse.
Well, look at them, Louie. I bet there ain't $5 between any of them. And let's just go knock out a window somewhere like we did last year and be done with it. Get a nice warm place to stay.
Yeah, well, maybe I call that doctor in here. Have him take a look at your wrist.
All right. You win. Cough it up a little bit, will you? I gotta limber up
Yeah.
because my fingers still hurt.
I wonder what's keeping her. I did wish she'd hurry up.
How you feeling, miss?
A little better, thank you.
I wish I could say the same. I've got this shooting pain. It starts right here, and it goes right down.
Starts right about here and then goes all the way up to here.
Yes! How did you know that?
Oh, see, my granny had the same thing before we sent her to the funny farm.
I do hope they hurry with my prescriptions so I can get out of here.
All these young folk always in a hurry. Yeah, I was that way when I was young. I mean, it was kind of nice to always have somewhere to be, you know, instead of just hanging around wherever, you know.
I wish they'd hurry too. I sure hope he's found someone who can help me.
He's trying, honey. He really is. Those specialists are busy people. Sometimes you just can't call them in a moment's notice.
No, I guess not. Still, I can't help but wonder if I could just pay him a little something if it'd make a difference.
No, honey. Not even $1 million would make a difference. Sometimes the specialist that you need just isn't out there. But as soon as she is, you'll have her.
Okay.
Want a magazine, mister?
No, it's all right. I'm just looking at my paper here, and kind of hard for me to read it, though. I mean, give me eye strain without my glasses. You know how that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This sure is a lively group. I've had better evenings than this in solitary.
Right. I'm sure you have.
Hey, old man,
Yes.
when's your son coming back? Sure he ain't forgot you, has he?
No, I mean, he's going to be back. He hasn't forgotten. He'll be back.
Yeah, sure he will. Sure, there's no comb.
That awfully looks like mine.
Sorry.
Can I get you something, miss? Drink
I
water
want
or
just
something?
like it.
No, there's nothing anyone can do now.
I try.
Does anyone have the time? I seem to misplace my watch.
No, I haven't lost mine too, sir.
Nurse, you can take the rest of the evening off. I think I can handle things here. I know you got some last minute shopping to do, so feel free to leave whenever you can, okay?
Thank you, doctor. But that is if you're sure you don't need me.
Yeah, I think I can manage.
All right, let me finish up these few files and I'll be on my way.
Great, thank you. Julie,
Yes?
still nothing. I'm sorry, no luck. Maybe as soon as the holidays are over, you know, it's Christmas. It's just hard to get in
Please?
touch with.
Please try again, doctor. It is Christmas, and I don't want to go home tonight without knowing something.
I'll try, making no promises. It may even be useless, but I'll give it a try, okay?
Okay.
I've got some meds coming over for you. That'll be just a few minutes, okay?
Thank you.
And, Miss Akins, good news. I have found some really super strong medication for you. I think it'll tide you over through the holidays.
Bless you, doctor. Bless you.
All right.
Hey, Doc, can you look at my pal here? He's still in terrible pain.
Oh, I forgot about him. Let me take a look. Now tell me, how did you do this again?
Well, I was on the bus and was trying to check my wallet and some guy sat on my hand.
Some guy said on her.
How did that happen anyway? Wait a minute. What were you doing in his pockets?
Well, I was just making change, right? Just making some change.
Well, I think I can fix you, but I need to ask you first. Can you take a little pain?
Doc, this guy eats razor blades for breakfast. Anything a sawbone can dish out, he can take it.
Sure.
All
Whatever
right.
he says.
Oh my goodness!
It was just dislocated. He must have missed his razor blades this morning. Nurse, if you can get some smelling salts, please.
Right away.
You'll be all right if he ever comes to. What did I do with my watch?
I wish my son would go ahead and get here.
You sure he's coming back?
I'm sure he's coming back. I would have thought I would have heard something about it right now, you know. Waiting for him to come in and call me Pop. And I know account daughter-in-law of mine come in and say, Mr. Varner, Mr. Varner.
Mr. Varner,
Well, there's nothing. Yes, sir.
I've just heard from them. They're processing your papers now. They'll be over in just a little while, okay?
Dave, now you're talking about my son, right? I mean, he's still here, isn't he?
Told you.
They haven't told him yet? Are you kidding? Just look at him over there. He really thinks they're coming back to get you. And look at her. She really thinks I can find somebody to fix her eyes.
Is it really that hopeless?
It is that hopeless.
Tell me, are you sure there's no one that can help her with her eyes?
Yeah, there's one specialist that can help her. And I talked to her this afternoon, but when we started to discuss the fee, well, let's just say the Christmas spirit hasn't come over her just yet. She's not willing to help.
What about that old man over there? What are you going to tell him you've been checking the old folks home?
How do you tell someone that his son, who he sacrificed for all of his life and did for raising him, has all of a sudden decided he doesn't need him anymore? I tell you what, you tell me when you figure it out, and then I'll tell him.
Well, how about it, nurse? You gonna give me a flower to stick in his hand, or you gonna give me some smelling salts? He ain't bedded down here for the night, you know.
Oh, right, the smelling salts.
Oh no! I should have known better! What have you done now?
Oh, he's only fainted. Well, can we help all of them?
No, I'm afraid not. They consider you a bad risk.
But did you tell them about the others? I'm sure they can make an exception just this one time.
Yeah, I told them. They said that they were going against your best.
Well, if that's the way it is, then I guess I just have to make this one miracle count.
Got him. You will.
Relax there. Y'all calm down. He's all right. Did you get the money? Broke.
What are they talking about? Do not tell me they are pickpockets.
I'm afraid so.
How do you keep them blind girl, though? We got ethics.
Well, at least they have a little decency left. One spark still flickers.
I got her while you was passed out. She's as broke as the rest of them.
Are you serious?
You, be careful. You had better sit down for a while until you rest up. Get your energy back, you know?
Well, I guess I may as well go. If he'd have gotten her, he'd be back by now. Nurse, could you call that number I gave you? They said they'd come get me if I didn't get to stay this time. It's been so nice meeting all of you. Mr. Varner, I hope those grandsons of yours give you the biggest Christmas you've ever had.
I bet you they will. Just see if they don't. Oh, I should have said see.
Well, there's no need to call. I'll just drop you off on my way home. Let me just pick up these last few files real quick.
Okay. Well, go ahead. She asked to see you again. Grant her wish. It's getting late. You of all celestial beings can't stay past your time.
I just don't know. She asked for so much. What if she would rather have one of her other wishes granted?
Are you serious? She's blind. What more could she want?
I guess you're right. I do hope I'm not making a mistake. I can't afford another one.
Detroit Louie? That's a silly name. You know, I bet that's not even your real name, is it?
Yeah, it's my real name. Can't you read it?
No, I'm blind.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Why do you want to know anyway?
I have my reasons.
Well, whatever they are, keep my name out of them.
Mr. Louie, you're in my prayers. Didn't you hear me? I need your real name so I can call out your real name in my prayers instead of a nickname like Detroit Louie, though.
Well, look, I told you I don't want your prayers and I don't need them. Leave me out of them.
But you're in them. You heard me. I said, God, please let Christmas come to Detroit Louie. And I'm going to keep praying until it does. And something happens to that heart of yours that's so hard, I want it to soften up. You know, I don't think it's as hard as you make it seem.
Well, what's the matter? Why won't you touch her?
I'm just not sure. If I could be absolutely sure that seeing is what she wants above anything else, I mean.
Please, let's not argue. We have enough trouble. Oh. Let's not argue. We have enough troubles as it is without arguing amongst ourselves. Anyway, it's snowing now. The ground's almost covered. Look how beautiful it is.
I wish I could see the snow. I bet it's just wonderful.
Oh, yeah, it'll be beautiful tomorrow when all the trucks and cars go through it and the slick and the dirt and you know what? It'd be just beautiful.
Well, look out there. Look at those kids playing in the snow. Actually, I think that's Remy and Jackson. They're out there without coats. They're playing in snow with no coats and no hats. It's just like little boys. You wouldn't even know it's cold outside.
Did it show any sign of letting up? I mean, it's snowing real good. That gives me an idea. Maybe the boys haven't seen it yet. If they haven't, I'm going to tell my son just to not wake them up. Don't tell them it's snowing. Then early in the morning, I'm going to get up there before they waken. You know they're going to wake early on Christmas morning. I'll go in there, tell them, boys, it's Christmas morning. Now I want you to see what your granddad got for you. Then I'll throw open those curtains, and they'll look outside, and they'll see that snow, and I'll say, Merry Christmas, boys, and they'll know that their granddad loves them. He's right there for them.
Yeah, sure they will. Maybe you could throw in a few rainbows and a nest of bluebirds while you're at it. You know what? Okay. You're delusional, old man. You're stuck here. They done forgot about you, abandoned you. Get over it.
No, that's not what happened. Nurse, you tell him that my son's still here. You tell him that my son's still here and he's coming to get me and that I'm going home with him. You tell him that. Please.
Are you satisfied? What little hope he had left is gone. Oh, you've seen to that. Are you proud of yourself, Mr. Detroit Louie?
You know what? I've had about enough of this. Come on. I ain't sitting around here listening to this. That Christmas mess ain't fooling me. It ain't nothing but a crutch. Just like the one you walk on, old man. You can't accept reality. You say, they won't throw me out on Christmas. They wouldn't do a thing like that on Christmas. But here you sit. And you You try to take a bunch of pills and kill yourself, and you can't even do that right. And you're blind. You've always been blind. You're always going to be blind. Doesn't matter. 10,000 Christmases ain't going to change a thing. You know what? Well, you got my coat. Thank you.
Mr. Louie,
What?
I still mean it. I don't care if I never see it again. It just doesn't matter anymore. You know, I would like to see one thing, though. I'd like to be there with eyes wide open when it happens. And it will happen. Just as sure as there's a God in heaven, then Christmas will come to Detroit Louie.
No. No, don't do it. Well, you've done it now. The electric eel was bad enough.
You all right?
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear nothing.
What? Y'all didn't hear that?
What are you talking about?
Sounded pretty like a harp playing.
What? If you hear it, you had better listen real close, because I imagine you won't be hearing many harps from now on.
I gotta sit. I ain't feeling too good.
We're talking about them hawks. I'm not feeling too good now either.
What do we do now? Just bestowed our only Christmas blessing on a pickpocket and robbed a little blind girl of her happiness.
I don't know what came over me. Have you ever heard such sincerity in a little child? How she said Christmas will come to Detroit, Louie? I guess that's what did it.
Well, take a good look at him. There he sits, out of Earth's teeming masses. You had to choose him. Isn't he a darling?
What?
Oh, something's wrong, Harry. Something's bad wrong. Even you're looking good to me.
I don't really care what he is. I still think I did right this Christmas. If Christ came to live and die for these type of people, then I think it's only best to introduce him to one of them on his birthday.
But look at them. What happens to them now? We could have touched one of them and opened a whole new world for them. Just look at him. What do you think Christmas holds for him? He'll die of a broken heart before the new year ends. If they can find him to that room him to a room in that dim prison they call a rest home.
But don't you see? Their needs are on the outside. Daily needs. If he died tonight, tomorrow he can get a Christmas gift that's far surpasses his imagination. And her, she's blind. If she doesn't behold this old world, would that dim the glory of heaven when she beholds it? Louie's needs are on the inside. Why do you think he wasn't in our records? Simply because no one's ever called it in a prayer before. I took my chance, and I did what I had to do. Christmas will come to Detroit Louie.
Y'all hear that? You hear them bells? You hear them bells? It's him, I swear! It's him! I gotta see the reindeer!
Merry Christmas, everyone. Do you mind if I come in and warm up for a bit?
Oh, no, not at all. Here, let me get you a chair.
Thank you.
That's you ringing them bells, I guess?
Oh, yes, it was. Thank you. You're welcome. It was. We've set up a kettle outside to collect money for the orphans for Christmas. And the gentleman who was there got sick and had to go home early, so they sent me down to take his place. Did my ringing startle you?
No, not me. Maybe the little girl over there, wasn't me.
Mr. Nashville, are you singing?
What's the matter? Can't a man sing to himself?
Okay, but a Christmas carol?
Excuse me, ma'am. Is that a Bible I see there? Are you a minister or something?
Well, everyone down at headquarters has to serve out some sort of apprenticeship on the streets. Some witness, some preach. Me, I stand on a corner with my Bible and ring a bell.
Why did you choose this corner out of all corners? You'd be lucky if someone doesn't steal from your pot instead of contributing to it.
Well, it was kind of a last-minute decision. Well, I've kind of thawed out a little bit. Thank you for letting me sit in here and get a little warm. Merry Christmas, everyone. But wait a minute. I'm not allowed to take anything without giving something in return. So before I go, is there anything I can do for you folks?
Ma'am, all we do is offer you a chair. You don't owe us anything.
Yes, I do. You offered me warmth and fellowship on Christmas. What more can a person ask for? Hey, I know I have my Bible. Why don't I read you the Christmas story?
I don't know about that. What about it, Mr. Detroit?
Huh? Christmas story. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. It's a free country, ain't it?
Well, I'll start in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, into the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in that same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, an angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. And it came to pass as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord has made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph, and the babe lying in a manger. And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child. And then in Matthew chapter 2, Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and we want to worship him. Then Herod, when he had probably called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. And when you have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they had seen in the east came before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country a different way.
What a beautiful story. That gets prettier every time I hear it.
Just a tiny innocent babe in a manger. Just think of that.
I think it's a star, just hanging there, twinkling silently in the sky. They could see it for miles and miles.
I guess they just made up that part about the reindeer.
Are you sure that's the Christmas story? That ain't the same one they've been reading us.
Well, it's the same one. It's the same one, Louie. Maybe this is just the first time that you really listened with your heart. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I guess I better be getting back to the corner.
Hey,
Merry Christmas.
I got a question.
Yes.
So, those guys rode all that way, took all them presents, gave them away, and you call them wise men?
Well, Louie, that's one of God's mysteries. You see, those wise men had encountered Jesus. They would never be the same. You think on it. When you figured it out for yourself, you will have found the key to Christmas.
What kind of answer was that?
There ain't even a kettle or pot or nothing out there.
That's strange. I didn't see one when I came in either.
She was a strange one, wasn't she? I mean, have you ever heard anybody read the story with that much feeling? I could have listened to her all night.
You know, now that I think about it, I mean, it was snowing when she came in here, right? I didn't see any snow on her. I mean, not a single flake. Y'all?
Oh well, she's gone now. No need to worry about it now. Are you ready to go, honey? We have to get back in a hurry if we want to open those Christmas gifts in time.
Here, let me help you.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
I guess I didn't give my gift either, did I? I'm going back just like I came. Well, maybe if I'd been bearing gifts instead of seeking them, I'd be going back a different way.
That's it. That's it. That's what she said. That's the key to Christmas. If we're always receiving, we're never giving.
Christmas is not all gifts and giving. You're missing the most important part. It's the birth of Christ.
Oh, I didn't miss that part either. God gave his son gave us life. Death gives us hope. That's the key to Christmas.
I never thought of it like that. I mean, the things we give are Christmas gifts. When you think of it like that, they take on a lot more meaning. They're not just wrapping paper and tinsel.
We have a tendency to cheapen it, don't we? He came and gave his life for all of us, and we just pushed him into the background and rolled out a big shiny bike or a brand new doll in his place.
You know, he must have known it would be like that. He must have known that the true Christmas spirit was dying with him. Come to think of it, every day that Jesus lived, it was like Christmas because he was just giving everyone everywhere. He just went around giving everywhere he went.
And he never asked for anything in return.
And then as the evening shadows were beginning to fall on Calvary, he knew that Christmas was stealing away. And then you remember what he said? He said, "It is finished."
Just like the little girl who's opened the last present on Christmas. You wait and you plan and you dream, and then just like that, it's over. Christmas is gone.
And all you have left is an armful of wrapping paper, clothes that won't even fit, and that awful, awful empty filling.
It doesn't have to be that way. The wise men gave. We should give. Come on, Harry. It's Christmas.
Well, what's going on out here, guys? We're about to finish up. Hey, what's going on?
We're taking
Hey!
the doctor with us.
Hey!
If y'all know what's best for y'all and him, don't say nothing.
But where are you taking him?
Tell him, Harry.
What he said.
Oh no, they took the doctor. You know what that means? It's the bottom of the river.
Oh, no. I think you've been watching too much Law and Order or something like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
You guys, he didn't seem to be such a bad guy.
He tried to act like one, but he wasn't at all. Harry was a bad one, and he was about as innocent as a baby kitten.
I don't know. I thought he was kind of cute.
Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do? Should we call the police?
I wouldn't do that. I mean, he told us not to, and I wouldn't want to get them all in trouble and have anything happen to any of them. Okay. It looks like I'm not going to be going anywhere, at least for a while. Why don't we just wait, like you said? I kind of want to see what's going to happen next.
I'm gonna lose my job. Oh my
Well, there they sit. Certainly given them a Christmas they'll always remember.
Look, you don't have to remind me, okay? I feel bad enough without you rubbing it in. I don't think he's coming back. I guess we better get started to the Christmas party.
Yeah.
I'm sure gonna miss my wings. Wait a minute. You don't think that's...
Betty, where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you.
Jimmy, why'd you come down here? What are you doing?
Here, sit down. We have to be careful now. We have the baby.
You mean he told you? You're not angry?
Why would I be angry? I can't even walk past a hallway without yelling Dad into it just to hear the echo.
Let's go home, Jimmy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, there you are. Come on, let's go. We're going home.
We are?
Yes, we are.
Yes, I'm sure the kids are tearing down the house by now.
What?
I don't know. Something about somebody broke in the house. Didn't steal nothing. Just talked to the kids. Says they didn't even Harry or something like that. Told them that they wouldn't get to see their grandfather on Christmas.
Well, were they right about that? I mean, was that what was about to happen?
No, no. Come on, Dad. Let's just get you home.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, son. Daughter. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry Christmas to you, young lady and nurse and Miss Aiken all over. You have a blessed Christmas.
That's true. That's true.
You have some nerve dragging me all the way out here in the middle of night, and it's Christmas Eve on top of that?
Doctor, while you're here, this was the young lady I was telling you about. Could you just please take a look at her eyes?
Please.
Okay, while I'm here, I'll take a look.
Hi.
Okay,
Can you help me?
looks hopeful. I think I can help you. I think I can
Awesome.
do it.
This is wonderful.
You come down to my office first thing Monday morning.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Doctor.
Merry Christmas.
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, here. Let's get these back on. And now, it's time to go home. Wait, not home. This calls for a celebration. Come on, we're going out to get a chocolate sundae with all the toppings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about me?
I tell you what we're going to do, Miss Akins.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the Christmas gift you've always wanted. A full body x-ray of yourself, and I'll put it in a fruitwood frame. Let's
Yes, to keep. I can keep it.
go. Yeah, I don't want it.
Woo!
Feeling okay, Louie?
You know what, Harry? For the first time in my life, I think I do.
What we gonna do now? It's snowing out there.
I was thinking, maybe if we run into a cop and he recognizes us, they might just haul us down there to the big house.
Cool. We can stay with the gang and a warm cell, dinner and all that.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Ready?
Let's go.
Oh, look.
What?
I got Mommy's back.
You got him back.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't plan that far, guys.
Wow. Before I have the cast come back out, let me just say this. As a matter of fact, you guys be coming on out. Come, all the cast members come out. I hope that you have understood the message in this play. There is a true story of Christmas. It gets lost in the commercialism, gets lost in the day-to-day grind and the building of sets and all the busy work that we do around this time of the year. But there's a real story about Christmas, and that is the coming of Jesus Christ, coming to this world, being willing to come certainly able, he's God, but he was willing to come that we could have life. And we are blessed indeed to be his children. Father, we just want to thank you for today, and thank you again for your gift. You're awesome, God. And the fact that you would love on us at all is incredible to think about. We're hardly able to fathom it at all. But you have given us all of yourself. And Lord, we desire in turn to give back to you all we can. So thank you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for life that comes from believing in you. We rejoice in you this Christmas season. In Jesus' name, amen. Can we give God a great big hand clap of praise? He is worthy. He is worthy. Thanks to our lighting guys and our media team. They did a great job. All teenagers, by the way, our group this evening. They did a wonderful job, so thank you guys. Let me go through this list real quick. Detroit Louie, Dustin Parrish. Over the top. Harry, Tony Bernard. The old man, Mike Lowry. The only one who didn't have to act. It just comes natural being old. John, Jesse Ledford. Where's he at? Kara, Lisa Ledford. Woo! The doctor, you can tell by the stethoscope, Wayne Chastain. The nurse, Amelia Freeland. Woo-hoo-hoo. Miss Aiken all over, Spring Fricks. Our blind girl, Sierra Ellis. Wow, listen, I've got to say something about her. From the very first rehearsal, she had all her lines memorized. It was embarrassing to the rest of us. Awesome. Angel 1, Maddie Chapman. Miss Coordinating, that's what we call her. Angel 2, Anya Ray. Where's she? Woo! And she has family here tonight. Yay! Thanks to you guys. Betty is Amaya Lindsay. Where is she? That was a hard fall she took. Jimmy, Caleb Ray. Our specialist for the evening was Heather Lindsay. Where is she? There she is. Hard to get a hold of Heather. That's what we call her. Our Salvation Army worker and third angel, Lori Lowry. Where is she? Yay. And Mrs. Brown, I have no lines, but I can exit better than anyone. Deanne Good, the very beginning. Thank you guys for coming tonight. It's been great to have you. And we're all thinking, okay, now what do we do for Easter? We've got to back this one up somehow or another. Hey, listen, I know it's going to be a great week for you. And as Jesus sent his disciples into the world to share the gospel message, so too are you sent. Go and live sent lives. Have a blessed week. You're welcome. Thank you.